I swear the fealty and soldiers of House Barron to your throne, Queen Morgase of House Trakand.
Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. Olivia Williams has joined the cast of The Wheel of Time in the role of Morgase Trakand, one of the biggest characters to miss out on the show's first 2 seasons. Despite debuting in the first installment in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time book series, she made her first live-action appearance in the second episode of Season 3. In both the books and the show, Morgase is the mother of Elayne Trakand and the Queen of Andor, one of the most important nations on the Wheel of Time map. Andor and the various characters associated with it play a significant role in the narratives of the Dragon Reborn and his allies. With that in mind, it should be expected that Elayne's family will factor heavily into the conflicts that unfold going forward. As the show has already implied, one of those will involve Rahvin, the main antagonist of Book 5, The Fires of Heaven. Morgase was the center of his master plan in the books, but her arc extends far beyond that. Morgase appears in multiple books and ultimately has a major influence on the wider story.
If anything happens to Elayne, and I mean anything, the next time I come to these shining walls, I will have my army at my back.
Welcome to Movie Spy. Morgase claimed the Lion Throne in the Third Succession War. Morgase did not inherit her title as queen. The Wheel of Time Season 3, Episode 2 provided a glimpse at a key event in Andor's history, as well as the life of Morgase Trakand. It's understood in the books that Morgase did not inherit the Lion Throne of Andor. Rather, she hailed from one of several noble families in the kingdom. One of the others, House Mantyr, controlled Andor, but the future of their reign was called into question when their queen died. According to the customs, only a woman can rule Andor. But House Mantyr had no eligible female heirs due to Tigraine Mantyr leaving for the Aeol Waste. As a result, a conflict known as the Third Succession War broke out in Andor, with the goal of each house being to claim the Lion Throne. The scene in the episode highlighted House Trakand's victory in the Third Succession War. By winning it, Morgase earned her place as the Queen of Andor and secured a future for the children she would later have in the Wheel of Time's world. Morgase's marriage and children explained. One of her 3 children is not hers biologically. To help appease the other families, Morgase agreed to marry a member of one of the other houses. Specifically, she married Taringail Damodred. A member of Wheel of Time's House Damodred, Taringail was the brother of Moiraine. Gawain Trakand became their first child together, with Elayne being born a couple of years later. Due to the rules about the monarchy, Gawain naturally had no right to the throne, even though he was Morgase's firstborn child. As Morgase's only daughter, Elayne became the daughter heir of Andor. As for Galad, who was depicted as Morgase's other son in the Wheel of Time Season 3, his connection to the royal family of Andor is through marriage only. Although he was raised as a brother to Gawain and Elayne in the royal palace, he is not actually Morgase's biological son. He is the son of Taringail and Tigraine Mantyr, whom the former was briefly married to ahead of the Third Succession War. After marrying Taringail, Galad was brought into the palace, where he became part of House Trakand. What happened to Morgase's husband? Taringail Damodred died before Wheel of Time's story. Notably absent from the Wheel of Time Season 3 is Morgase's husband. The show doesn't address his fate at length, but her relationship with Lord Gabriel, aka Rahvin, makes it clear that he's no longer in the picture. However, the books shed light on Taringail Damodred's status. Early on, it was established that Morgase became a widow after Taringail died in a hunting accident. Afterward, she enjoyed a romantic relationship with Tom Merrilin, the gleeman that Rand and Mat met in Wheel of Time Season 1. As it turns out, Tom was directly responsible for Taringail's hunting accident. Unbeknownst to Morgase, evidence of a plot by Taringail to eliminate the Queen and seize power reached Tom's attention, prompting him to take preemptive measures. Tom successfully disguised Taringail's assassination as an accident. If Tom returns in Season 3, it's possible the show will adapt this aspect of his and Morgase's backstory. Morgase Trakand has her own story arc in the Wheel of Time. Morgase should become a prominent character in Wheel of Time's future. If Morgase Trakand's story goes the way of her book counterpart, she should be in a position to receive her own arc as her screen time continues. She starts out as a minor character with appearances in the storylines of Rand and others, but becomes the protagonist in a new journey that begins in Book 5, The Fires of Heaven. In the source material, Morgase is the victim of a conspiracy orchestrated by Rahvin, one of the 13 Forsaken in the Wheel of Time. Having set his sights on the Lion Throne, Rahvin used compulsion to develop a hold over Morgase and used it to take the kingdom for himself. His actions culminated in Morgase having to go on the run. Subsequent books devoted side stories centered on Morgase's adventures outside Camelin and her efforts to reclaim the Lion Throne. Similar to the arcs of Perrin and Rand, Morgase's story comes complete with a supporting cast, including Talonvor and Basil Gill. As her journey progresses, Morgase emerges as a capable ally to the main characters in their quest to combat the Dark One and his minions. Whether or not the book goes down the same route remains to be seen, but the odds seem high after the proper introduction of Rahvin as the Wheel of Time's fourth on-screen Forsaken. It's already apparent that Rahvin is indeed using compulsion on Morgase, so the character implementing a version of his plan from the books looks likely. If Morgase survives the impending coup, she could become a cornerstone of the show's story and one of its biggest power players. Thanks for watching.